Diamondbacks.
MLB The Show 21 Padres franchise mode.
From Petco Park in San Diego's Gaslamp District. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Padres. San Diego find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track next. Yu Darvish, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. Has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Darvish pauses. Here's the first pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Back goes Grisham. But he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he is into third with a leadoff triple. Well, talk about starting the game with a bang, boys.
Yeah, Matt, there's a reason this guy is leading off tonight. He can flat out fly, as you can see here. He squares up on this thing and kicks it into high gear for a triple to start us off.
So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Guys, the swinging Friars as they take the field here tonight. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. The 0-1 on its way. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield, get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Runner still anchored at third base. 1 away now. The 1-0 is a slider taken for a ball.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Fouled off. At the letters, but called high. It's a ball.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first, but not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, you could tell right there the hitter was almost fooled by that pitch, expecting the nasty slider to break down and away, and had hung in the middle of the plate. Too late for him to pull the trigger.
And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
From the stretch. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Well, their chances of pushing across the run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next as he'll take a look at ball 1. And their runners at the corners now. Here's the 1-0. Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. Cards strand a couple, and now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Carlos Martinez will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Into the box, Tommy Pham. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Tommy Pham.
Here's the pitch. Swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. Goldschmidt has a play. 1 out.
Batting second. The second
For the moment here in downtown San Diego, a look at the Padres starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
Now to the plate, Jake Cronenworth. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Here it comes. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters, and go grab some bench.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slide.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Padres down in order. We are still scoreless. Stepping up is Matt Carpenter, and he's a guy who's been absolutely terrific over the last couple of series, really swinging it well. Here's the first pitch. Darvish pauses. Here's the 0-1. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. On to first, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting seventh.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Manny Machado, 2015 Gold Glove winner. Get the mantle space ready. He's going to add more to that. On the defensive side, he's a highlight reel at the hot corner.
Into the box now, Tyler O'Neill. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 0 for 5. No score here as we play inning number 2. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Darvish has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2. Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Next, it'll be Yadier Molina. And now the first pitch, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Sharp ground ball to third, and that's through for a hit.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with 1 out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second, looks like a big inning could be brewing.
At the plate now, Carlos Martinez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. O'Neill on second. Molina is over at first with 1 away. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball, 1-1. He's ready now, the pitch, and they do have him bunting with 1 away as he puts this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Up next for the Cardinals, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
2 on, 2 out, and into bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. Now here's the first offering, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
0-2. Here it is.
These are the moments right here. You got a good pitcher on the mound. You don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves throughout the course of the game. You have to capitalize in this situation.
Ready on 0-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. More in a moment on this Friday night. You're watching MLB Network. Here's Manny Machado now.
Leading up for the Padres, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's the first pitch to him.
1-0.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And this is going to be a foul ball. And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now. The count now at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Slater is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And I'm locking in today on outfielder Harrison Bader, one of the elite defenders in the game. Burst on the scene in 2018, and he can go get them with the best of them. Elite defender, people. Lock in on him. Top of the order hitter as well.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now the 1-0. And he goes the other way with it. High and deep down the left field line. And that's off the left field wall. Throwing to second.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know about that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here's Will Myers. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. 2 hits in 7 tries. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Here's a hard-hit ball that'll be caught out there at short as he'll hang on here to record the second out.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Austin Nola.
That'll bring up Austin Nola. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. From the stretch.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
And he misses low with it. 2-0.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything to hit in this at-bat. Not much reason for it.
The 2-0 pitch.
Nope.
That one's in there. 3-1.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
2 out here and a runner at second. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. The payoff pitch. Popped him up. Carpenter shading to his right, and he's got it for the final out of the frame. The love of the game runs deep with these folks. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. New inning set to get underway, and in to hit next, it'll be Austin Slater.
Austin Slater.
First delivery to him.
Off the plate, ball 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Just a little bit off to start the third now. That's 3 straight balls.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And you can tell by his body language that
Up
he's
next for the
beyond
Cardinals,
frustrated by that call.
third baseman,
He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Now to bat, Nolan Arenado worked a walk in his first plate appearance. From the stretch. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. 1 there. Over to Hosmer. A double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
We're back as the Padres line up readies for their third turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. Currently, they rank dead last in the league in team batting average and perhaps more importantly, runs scored. As one of the coaches told me, the entire organization is pulling their hair out trying to figure out how to put a more potent lineup on the field, but that's not something that changes overnight. He said it's going to be a process to become the team we want to be, but we're willing to do the hard work that it's going to take to get there.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Here's the first pitch. Trent Grisham is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base. And that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout. Keep that guy off the base path.
Darvish.
Into the box, Darvish. As he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees, it's strike 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Strike 2 called on the inner half, 0-2 now.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
And the Padres pitcher behind with a 1-2 count. And it's fouled away. Now another 1-2. One out, nobody on. And another foul ball. Here's another 1-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
So now to the plate, Tommy Pham. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one will get this one. He popped out in his first trip. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The next 0-2. Misses, that's ball 1.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. I think that was a purpose pitch. These guys are swinging at just about everything, so he's going to take a chance to see if they'll chase one even further out of the zone.
2 out, nobody on. Fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The next 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. O'Neill is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
That evens it up, 1-1. Darvish pauses. Here it is. And that misses, 2-1. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Grisham's on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, Matt Carpenter.
One man gone for the Cardinals in the 4th, and that'll bring up the sweet swinging Matt Carpenter. First offering.
Ball 1, no strike.
Here it comes, 1-0. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. The 1-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Very weakly on the ground. He'll try again, 1-2. Another one sent foul. Again, a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
The 2-2. And he fouls this one off. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Full count now, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his own, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And Carpenter will reach as that misses for ball 4.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He
Now
was
back,
tempted with some
left field.
really good pitches, but he
Tyler
stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
At the plate now is Tyler O'Neill. He drew a base on balls his first time up. He's set and the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. Back on it is the left fielder, and it's gone onto the lower basket of the Western Metal Building. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
The catcher, number 4.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
To the plate now, Carlos Martinez, as he'll lift it up in the air. This is back behind second. Cronenworth will put this one away, and the side is retired. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth.
The second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
And the pitch. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
And now Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did, and looking at it again on show track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that. And in steps Manny Machado. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Machado now on 0-1.
Hey. No balls, 2 strikes.
Line to the right side. In there, a base hit. Throw into third. And he's safe.
That's a big knock right there for his confidence. He had seen it. You're walking to the plate, you know your average would dip below 220 for the first time in a long time. Nice AB.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they are on the board with the sac fly, as this is now a 2-1 game.
Up next to the Padres.
So here's Will Myers.
The right fielder, Will Myers.
Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Padres able to pick up 1 on a couple of hits. We played 4 full. The Cardinals are out in front 2-1. Set for the start of the inning, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Harrison Bader. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball one. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
2 balls, no strikes.
They get him off balance there as he reaches for that one but can't find it. It's 2-1.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Payoff pitch one more time. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Later.
At the plate, Austin Slater. And it's fouled away. It was a walk in his last trip. The pitch. Strike 2. Slater, who cleverly has the nickname AC. He was an 8th round selection during the 2014 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Scooped up. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Bases are empty here with 2 away, and that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1. Oh and 1. Here it comes. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally an ugly swing right there, but he's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
Slap hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible, and if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt as he'll take a look at the pitch. Too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 delivery. Count even now at 1-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Arenado leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit to third. Taken in by Machado. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Cards leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi.
For the Padres, the
Ready to
catcher,
go for the last half of the inning. And next to hit is the catcher, Austin Nola. Now the first pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Slater's under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
the center fielder, number 2, Grisham.
And the hit will be Trent Grisham, struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Now, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
High in the air out to center field. Bader is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting, the pitcher, Darvish.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and the pitcher bats next. That'll be Darvish. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes ball 1. In there, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Got to take your hat off to the pitcher right here. He's throwing a little pesky at bat at him right here. Could have easily just took 3 pitches and walked back to the dugout.
The 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, that's a win-win right there. Solid AB by the pitcher after battling, making this pitcher work and executing and getting a result. Job well done.
In now, Tommy Pham. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A 1 pitch on its way. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Padres lead 1. Our score remains 2-1. Now into the box, Paul DeYoung. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
He's set. Here it comes. As Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter. A ball and no strikes. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Two balls and a strike to Matt Carpenter.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
So a full count now. Tyler O'Neill is on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch, and that misses for ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that with too much.
Tyler O'Neill will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Carpenter leads off first with 1 away. And it's 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And it's gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second of the game. And the Cardinals open it up now. It's 4-1.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Here comes the Padre manager up out of the dugout heading for the mound. And he's going to signal to the bullpen. That'll be all for Yu Darvish. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one. Emilio Pagan, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
14, Emilio Pagan. Now batting, catcher
Yadi Molina digging in now, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0. Line drive snagged on a short hop, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The pitcher, number 18, Carlos Martinez.
So next to hit is Carlos Martinez. Flew out last time up. First pitch of the AB on its way, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch.
0-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
All even now, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. St. Louis leads it 4-1. Alex Reyes enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 29, Alex Reyes.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth.
For the Padres, the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Now here's the pitch, and he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. That's inside. 2-0. Hey. 2-1 now.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
The 2-1.